Hi, I'm Miss Mandi from the B.B. Comer Memorial Library here in Sylacauga, and I'm glad you've joined me for Bluebell Storytime today. Well, it's the Christmas season. Lots of cooking is going on, lots of baking, and I hope a lot of you are making cookies. So I've got a couple of books about cookies today I want to share with you. The first book is called The Doorbell Rang, and I'd like to thank the author, Pat Hutchins, and the publisher, Green Willow Books, for allowing me to share the book with you today. The doorbell rang. "I've made some cookies for tea," said Ma. "Good," said Victoria and Sam. "We're starving." "Share them between yourselves," said Ma. "I made plenty." "That's 6 each," said Sam and Victoria. "They look as good as Grandma's," said Victoria. "They smell as good as Grandma's," said Sam. "No one makes cookies like Grandma," said Ma, as the doorbell rang. It was Tom and Hannah from next door. "Come in," said Ma. "You can share the cookies." "That's 3 each," said Sam and Victoria. "They smell as good as your grandma's," said Tom. "And look as good," said Hannah. "No one makes cookies like Grandma," said Ma, as the doorbell rang. It was Peter and his little brother. "Come in," said Ma. "You can share the cookies." "That's 2 each," said Victoria and Sam. "They look as good as your grandma's," said Peter, "and smell as good." "Nobody makes cookies like Grandma," said Ma, as the doorbell rang. It was Joy and Simon with their 4 cousins. "Come in," said Ma. "You can share the cookies." "That's 1 each," said Sam and Victoria. "They smell as good as your grandma," said Joy, "and look as good," said Simon. "No one makes cookies like Grandma," said Ma, as the doorbell rang and rang. "Oh dear," said Ma, as the children stared at the cookies on their plates. "Perhaps you'd better eat them before we open the door." "We'll wait," said Sam. It was Grandma with an enormous tray of cookies. "How nice to have so many friends to share them with," said Grandma. "It's a good thing I made a lot." "And no one makes cookies like Grandma," said Ma, as the doorbell rang. Grandma must be known for her delicious cookies. All right, I'm going to retell the story, The Doorbell Rang, that I just read with this magnetic board, but this is something you can do at home. You could make the cookies and the people and use real cookies, I guess. That would be fun. I've got Ma and Victoria and Sam. They're about to have some cookies their mom has made. She says to share them. "They look as good as Grandma's. They smell as good as Grandma's. No one makes cookies like Grandma." And the doorbell rang. Ding dong. It's Tom and Hannah. "Come in, you can share the cookies." Okay, let's see how we can do that. Everybody needs the same amount. So now everybody has 3 cookies. They look as good as Grandma's. They smell as good as Grandma's. No one makes cookies like Grandma. And the doorbell rang. Ding dong. It's Peter and his little brother. "Come in, you can share the cookies." Okay, let's share again and see how many each person gets. We want everybody to have the same amount. Well, they each have 2 now. Okay. "They look as good as Grandma's. They smell as good as Grandma's. No one makes cookies like Grandma." And the doorbell rang. Ding dong. It's Joy and Simon and their 4 cousins. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's share the cookies again and see how many we have. Looks like everybody has 1. They look as good as Grandma's. They smell as good as Grandma's. No one makes cookies like Grandma. And the doorbell rang. Ding dong. And the doorbell rang again. Ding dong. Maybe we should eat the cookies first. No, let's wait and see. But who's at the door? It's Grandma with more cookies to share. How nice to have so many friends to share them with. Now that we've read about cookies, we need to sing about them, okay? This is patty cake, which we may have all done as children, but this is cookie style, okay? Patty cake, baker man. Bake me a cookie as fast as you can. Roll it and pat it and mark it with a C and put it in the oven for you and me. And let's do it one more time. Make sure we've got it. You ready? Get your hands warmed up. Patty cake, baker's man. Bake me a cookie as fast as you can. Roll it and pat it and mark it with a C and put it in the oven for you and me. Great job. Okay, the next book about cookies is The Duckling Gets a Cookie. I know most of you probably really like the pigeon. I do, and the pigeon and the duckling. I'd like to thank Willems. He wrote the words and drew the pictures, and I'd like to thank Hyperion Books for Children, the publisher, for allowing me to share this with you. The Duckling Gets a Cookie. Hello, may I have a cookie, please? Oh, thanks. That was very nice of you. Oh, look at all those nuts. Hey, how did you get that cookie? I asked for it. You asked for it? Politely. Say, does that cookie have nuts? Yes. So you got a cookie with nuts just by asking? Politely. I ask for things all the time. I ask to drive the bus. I ask for hot dog parties. Do I ask for candy? I do. It doesn't have to be a big bus, you know. I'll ask for a French fry robot every now and then. I've asked for a walrus. Right now, I'm asking why. Why? Oh, there's more. Sometimes I ask for a hug, or I'll ask for one more story. I can't count the times I've asked for my own personal iceberg. I ask to stay up late. Oh yeah, I'm the askingest pigeon in town. But do I get what I ask for? No, it's not fair. Ducklings get everything. Pigeons like cookies too, especially with nuts. Why did you get that cookie? So I could give it to you. And another thing. Hubba what? You're giving me that cookie with the nuts. That is so nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Chomp. That is one cool duckling. Chomp. Yes, sir. Bye. May I have another cookie, please? But this time, no nuts. All right, I hope you're going to be making some good cookies over the Christmas season. And thank you so much for joining me today at Storytime.